On today's episode, I've got a bunch of random stuff going on.
I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I'm hurt. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. Everything I get, I'm hurt. You can tell by the way I walk, I ain't just talking about it. I stay putting in that work. I'm up in the morning like 5 in the morning, I'm already on. So when you just getting out of the box, boy, I'm rounding the corner. This ain't a persona, I do this for real. I'm hungry, success is the dinner, and greatness will come with the meals. Boy, I say come with the meals. Mean I get money to blow, mean I get watches and diamonds and that's in my pocket and pen emojis for the show. Just so you know, I ain't get put on board, I just put on hard for my fam. Made the decision, I wasn't satisfied how I was living, so I got on mine and then bang.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode number 75 of Inside the Body Shop. So a bunch of random stuff going on today. We have two people out, two techs out. One of our painters and one of our body techs are out on vacation this week, or currently. One of them out all week, one of them out the last few days. So I've been bouncing around doing a little bit of a bunch of different tasks. I started off today, first thing, in the paint shop, like you just saw. Then I went back to the Hyundai Elantra that I did the rocker panel on, finishing that one up. So I'm finishing all my glaze work on this one with 320 grit. I originally blocked it with 180, then I finished the glaze out in 320. Then I feather all those scratches out with either 320 or 400, either way. And I use a red Scotch-Brite to make sure in all the little tight areas that you can't get to with sandpaper, and scuff it all up and get it ready for primer. Alright, I have some etch primer here for any of the bare metal areas. I'm going to put that down, then I'm going to go mix up my primer surfacer and get this one primed up. Alright, on to the next one. This is a small job. It just has a ding in the middle of the fender right here is all it is. Normally, if the paint wasn't broken and scratched, we would just PDR that, paintless dirt removal, but since it is, we're going to go ahead and fix it the regular way. I'm using one of my paintless dirt removal rods in order to push this dent out. That way I don't have to break the paint wide open. This little spot ready to prime up. I have a bumper cover for a Tesla, just a small repair right here. I'm gonna go ahead and repair that, then prime both of these at the same time. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get all of this primed up. Now this is adhesion promoter that you want to put on any bare plastic. Most of your bumper covers nowadays are all plastic, and anytime you have raw plastic, you want to put adhesion promoter down. I block any area where there was a repair, where body filler was or anything like that. You want to block the primer. And I use 320 grit to block that area till you make sure it's flush and flat and there's no imperfections in it. And then it gets prepped out. When it goes to paint, it gets prepped with 400 and 600 grit. And you also want to watch all of your body lines when you block it. You can see if they're nice and even or straight, or depending on the shape of it, make sure it looks correct. Now I'm taping this off to do chip guard. It has a thick texture that goes across the bottom, helps prevent it from getting chipped up from rocks driving down the road. Alright, I have a LKQ fender here, which LKQ is a very large salvage parts company. And these parts, we hate getting these parts because they always come in damaged. This one was bent up around this wheel lip and it has a little damage on the face. I'm going to have to clean this one up and prime the entire panel. This is the only thing getting painted on a Nissan Xterra. So I'm sure any of you techs out there will be the first ones to say how much you hate getting salvage yard parts from LKQ, or any, I'm not calling out LKQ particularly, but any of the salvage dealers out there. We hate getting parts from salvage yards because they always come in damaged with dings and dents and scratches, damage that we have to fix on them, and we don't get paid for that typically. A lot of the top techs in this industry are paid 100% commission. So whenever we get a used part that has damage on it, we have to fix all that stuff. And they do have something called cleanup time, where the salvage yard will pay us to repair the dings and dents and scratches on it, but they don't want to pay very well. They want to fix it as cheap as possible. Sometimes you end up having to, you're in a bind and you end up having to use this part because you've already got one, this particular fender, we already got one that was damaged that came in. This is the second one. And we actually had a third one we were gonna get in place of this, and it came in even worse, so I ended up using the best of the three fenders. And in order for this car to go Friday, we wanna keep our customers happy, and in order for it to get done tomorrow, I had to go ahead and use this fender and fix it. They did get me an hour and a half cleanup time on this, but I probably spent every bit of that time on this fender repairing it. So it's not good for anybody. It's a hassle. It takes more materials that we end up using, so we all hate using these parts, but every once in a while you have to do it. Luckily, the company I work for, they don't use a lot of this kind of stuff. We use a lot of OE parts. We have dealers with all of our vendors and stuff. So anyway, that was my day today. I hope you guys enjoy it. If you do, be sure you click that share button. As always, I greatly appreciate it. It helps get my page out in front of other people so more eyeballs can see it. And I've had people ask me recently why that they were wondering why my videos don't show up in their feed every day, because I post them every night, Monday through Friday. And the way the Facebook algorithm, I can't say the word, the way the Facebook algorithm works, they only show, whenever I post a video, they only show it in front of a small percentage of my audience, and they want me to pay to boost my posts to get them out in front of more people. That's their way of collecting money from businesses and this and that. Obviously, I'm not making money on any of this currently, so that's why using likes and comments and shares, that's why I always ask for the shares to get it out in front of more eyeballs. So thank you guys for that. I greatly appreciate all the likes, comments, and shares, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.
I stay putting in that work.